Hi everybody, I thought I'd show you before I start cooking it how I'm going to use the leftover prime rib from my dinner. But for this recipe you can use any beef. This is just one slice that was left and then the bones. But I'm going to go ahead now and take all the meat off the bones and then I'll be back. I was really surprised how much meat I got off of those bones. And I have one very happy dog. But anyway, this is what's left of the bones and a little bit of fat. I took off where there's a lot of fat on it. Anyway, I had quite a bit of meat left. Like I said, I had that one slice and that bone, but man, it made quite a bit. And then over here, I'm sauteing some onions that I'm going to add to it. What I'm going to do is make like a beef tip over noodles. And I have my pan on for my noodles. And we'll get these going, and I'll probably be cutting in and out on this video because it's just me and I kind of need my hands, so bear with me folks. After your onions get translucent, you want to put your beef in your pan and heat that up. This pan's turning on me here. Okay, anyway, get that good and warm. And if you're using fresh meat to make this dish, do it till it's cooked. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do is get your beef out of the pan. And my husband showed up to help me, which is going to make this a lot easier. Let's get all these onions and stuff out. Okay, now I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter in. Turn this back up, I had it down for a second. The butter is going to give it a real creamy texture. So, let this melt down some. Now, if you don't want to go through all this trouble making the gravy like this, but I recommend you do because it tastes really good, just whip up a package of brown gravy mix and pour that over your beef and onions, and then pour it over your noodles. But your family will definitely give you a thumbs up if you did this. Okay, that's just about melted. So I'm going to add some flour and make like a roux. That's about a little bit over a tablespoon. There we go. Stir this real good. You don't want any lumps. I do want a paste, which is what I'm getting, and then you're going to add some beef gravy to this. There we go. Or not beef gravy, I'm sorry, beef broth. It will look like it's not coming together and you got lumps, but believe me, it'll come together. Just be patient with it. You know how sloshy it is, but I didn't want to add too much flour at first because a lot of this liquid, as I let it simmer, is going to cook out. Okay, and then to this, you're going to add some pepper. I wouldn't recommend adding any salt yet because these broths tend to be a little salty, even if they do say low sodium. Okay. A little onion salt. A little garlic. And I just realized my arm was getting hot and I realized I turned the wrong burner on. I got the pan set on the back burner and got the front burner on. That's not going to work. Okay, and then add some garlic powder. And also what I add, if I can find, there it is. And believe it or not, you don't want to add a lot. Okay? But this will definitely spice up your gravy, and just put it right over the top. If you want to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning, not a lot, just about like that is plenty, because you want it to enhance the gravy. You don't want to turn it into a Cajun dish. Okay, and we will let this cook down. And I think, you know what, I'm going to add a little bit more flour. I think it needs about 2 tablespoons. And I might have a problem with lumps on it this time. Nope, they're working their way out. Good. Much better. I just didn't have enough flour in there. Okay, I'm going to let this simmer. And I'll bring you back when we get the simmering part done, because it's going to simmer about, I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay guys, I forgot one step. Add the meat and the onions back in. There we go. And if it gets a little too thick on you, which it is on me now, I went from being too thin to too thick, add a little bit of water. And then just let it simmer on low for 10 to 15 minutes. Let all those juices and flavors combine. And we will have our dinner ready. I'm making a pot of noodles over here. When they're done, and this is simmered for 15 minutes, I will put it all together and let you see how it turned out. Okay guys, here's the finished product. I just took my meat and I poured it over my noodles. And I don't need to take a bite to know it's good, because me and my husband have been picking on it while it was simmering. It is very, very good. Anyway, we're going to go have supper. I hope this helps you. Like I said, you can use any leftover roasts that you like to make this recipe. I just happen to have some prime rib in the freezer that needed to be used up. You guys have a good day. Bye.